Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Fire Force Season 1, Episode 4. So, last time we learned that apparently pretty much the rest of the world, except for this, country of Tokyo. I actually didn't write the name down, damn. But yeah, it's like Tokyo something, but I apologize. But the rest of the world, except for this area, is apparently unlivable, which is very interesting. I always love little stories like this where there's like this last bit of civilization, but mainly because I always want to be able to explore what's outside of it. I don't know if it's like impossible to live there or is it impossible to go there kind of thing, but I'd love to see outside of Tokyo eventually, but I don't know if we're going to see that in this show. I have a feeling it's probably going to mainly like stay within the bounds of these 8 districts, but yeah, we learned that the first division captain seems to know something more. He recognized Shinra's name and everything, and then because of Joker, we learned that Shinra's brother is alive, which I wonder if that's what the first division captain knows a little bit more about. So, very interesting stuff. We met Tamaki, the cat girl, fan service girl is how I'm referring to her, because we didn't really get any character development to her other than the fact that many of her scenes were very fan service filled. So maybe I will start referring to her as something else if she gets more character development. But we also had some pretty serious talks at the end of the episode with Obi mentioning how Division 8 is there in order to investigate divisions 1 through 7 because they all kind of keep whatever they learn to themselves, and Obi believes that the answer to the infernals is known by some of these divisions, but they just don't give that info away. I'm not sure if that's like the exact thing or if it's like the culmination of all the info that all the divisions have would give us the answer kind of thing, or if there really is just divisions that know the answer and are hiding it kind of thing. But yeah, they're there to investigate the other 7 divisions and find answers. So, very interesting stuff. I'm excited to see where we go for this episode, though. So, we are going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh man, I've got like a hair on my nose that's itchy as hell. Okay. Ominous. Jeez, okay, that was weird. Who is this? Who are you? Oh god. Why are they blushing while being pinched? Oh my god. She's just stepping on people? Is this the BDSM division? Why are we just watching these mascots? The hero and the princess. Okay. So now we have BDSM girl. So we have fan service girl, and we have BDSM girl. She seems to be the captain of whichever division was part of the Holy See district, because I think that's what it said on the screen. I'm not sure I caught everything that all those people were saying because I was very much distracted by the nature of her just stepping on her subordinates, I imagine, and they seem to be very much enjoying it. But I guess seems like it might be a win-win situation for both sides, so why should I complain? If it was against their wishes to be stepped on, that's a different story. She shouldn't do that shit. But if they're enjoying it, why not? What? So is this before? Is that what that timer was supposed to mean? Those are some big weights. Even the bars where it looks like you're supposed to hold them looks huge. Hmm. Okay, I see. That's what they mean by ashes. Okay. Ooh, yep. The outro definitely teased some backstory for her. Flames of the Original Sin. What was her name? Shit. Of Camelot. God damn it. Iris. That was the name. It was such a small name, and I had so many notes in the first episode, I couldn't find it without. I was also trying to read the subtitles at the same time. Sorry about that. Maki. Arthur. I'm trying to get the names down in this show. I just watch so many shows, it gets hard sometimes. Oh god. Why are you up there? Why is there a sign directing them? Oh my god. What? Why bring this up? Ominous. Why are the serial killers always bald? Uh-oh. Oh, shit! What? Well, he's about to turn into an infernal, isn't he? Oh, God. Do they usually talk? Yeah, no shit! Yeah, I was gonna say, he was found innocent, and you're just gonna kill him anyway? Alright, so we're gonna have competing divisions after this one. Is he gonna be, like, first on the scene because he was already out then? Oh. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. So casually. He's just riding him. Okay, that's kind of funny. Hi-yo Silver! He's his horse. Probably the worst kind of person to become a infernal is a serial killer. Ugh. Okay, so that wasn't the judge, this is a lawyer. Doesn't work like that, bro. You can't put him in danger and then save him. Oh my god. Jeez. That's your beef? Oh my god. Okay. Never. Okay, so this is a bit different. I was gonna say, oh, so it's happened before, but then he said he'd never seen anything like this. Oh, okay. You're an infernal. Huh. Someone's projecting. Well, shit. Damn. I definitely see Shinra's hesitation, though. Being able to see the humanity in these things. Alright. I'm probably gonna run into the other division, too, I imagine. And now we're back to present, I guess? Jeez. Alright. Who cares? Yes, we can! What terrible logic this guy has. Oh my god. That poor person's car! I hope they had insurance. Oh my god. And here comes the princess. Hmm. They want to, like, experiment on him? Well, shit. Damn. Oh. Well, Here she is. She's a third generation? Shit! Jesus. Oh god. That's to say the least. Oh my god. Oh my god. Even she didn't like that. What are those outfits? Pushing kids over. Was that Arthur that did that? Oh. Oh shit. Whoa, the rain stopped. Ooh, turf war. Hmm. Yeah, right. Really. I'm guessing Obi has some kind of plan. Another third generation. Maki. Nice. I thought she was gonna get in trouble. Okay. Well. The balloon. Okay. Well, damn. To be continued, they say. Interesting. Well, I believe Tamaki has been one-upped for fan service. But it's interesting that she is a third generation because she seems older, doesn't she? Which makes me wonder, I mean, I guess, like... Interesting, I don't know. Is third generation just what they're calling people with the ability to create fire on their own, regardless of age, maybe? Maybe it doesn't actually have to do with, like, the generation you were born in, kind of? It could be that. I'm also not entirely sure what constitutes being within the same generation, I guess. So maybe she is still within the same generation as Shinra, even though Shinra seems a lot younger, but it's also hard to tell age in anime. Alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 4. So yeah, very interesting episode. We had a self-aware Infernal, which is probably one of the worst kind of people to have that happen to because he was a serial killer. So then you're just like, well, shit, you know? Like, not only was he a killer in his human life, now he became this, you know, powered killing machine kind of thing, and he gets to keep his self-awareness and urge to just go murder, you know? Shitty situation, but... And he was found innocent, which is just shitty as well. Apparently they can't convict a firefighter or else people would be in an uproar. At least that's what he said, you know? But interesting. It seemed like Takahisa was saying that it's not uncommon for a little bit of the sense of self to remain, but it seems like this was far more in depth than anything that he has seen. So it's very, very interesting that we're already getting this, because I had talked about this before, like, what, obviously they're these creatures, but what if there's sentient versions of them? And not just, like, rampaging monsters kind of stuff, but I wonder if we're eventually gonna get, like, a bad guy that is straight up a infernal and just lives life as an infernal and keeps his sense of self for years or however long kind of thing, and he ends up being like it's like a new race of people kind of thing. But I don't know. It's definitely fascinating. We learned that the black smoke that was being used by Joker was the ashes of the dead. So I was thinking that maybe the Joker and them have figured out how to create the same kind of essence that causes spontaneous human combustion, and maybe that was a key to learning the origins of it. But it might just be that they are taking the ashes of the dead and using them as weapons, which is, honestly, I think that's even worse than what I originally thought they were doing. So, very interesting. Apparently, so I guess, like, the ashes of the dead just have some kind of, like, combustible aspect to them. I imagine typically the fire force disposes of them in a controlled manner. So I wonder if they knew that they had these properties, and if that's the case, I wonder where Joker is getting them. Like, I guess technically Joker could show up and take on a Infernal himself and kill it and then take the ashes. Maybe, like, I wonder if that, because obviously it seems like they know immediately when an Infernal explodes, you know? So, but I wonder if they ever get there and they're like, oh, seems like it's gone, and that's because Joker has already, like, came and went kind of thing. Or he has some people on the inside of the fire force where he's able to get his hands on it kind of thing. Because obviously they don't all seem very, I don't know, because they all keep to themselves and they're being hinted at as antagonistic to our characters, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad guys, right? Like, just because they want to take this infernal and they want to do like research on it, it doesn't mean that they're letting it break free and murder people kind of thing. It's not like they're setting it free to go kill people. They're still capturing it and are probably going to kill it eventually after they do their research. They just want that info for themselves. They're more greedy than anything, but I don't think that means that they're bad people, even though they're giving us the vibes that they are, kind of thing, because they're going against our main characters. So they're antagonistic to our main crew, but they're still on the good guys' side, at least as far as we know so far. There could very easily be corruption. Like I said, there could be, like, hell, some of these divisions could just be giving the ashes to Joker to go run amok and cause chaos, or who knows, maybe it's not as spontaneous as we think, and maybe there is a rhyme or reason to the people that are being combusted, kind of thing, rather than it being spontaneous. But who knows? A lot of interesting things, a lot of interesting ways this story could go, but yeah, we had Iris make the mention of the flames of the original sin, which is very fascinating. I don't know if that is that just a religious thing that she's kind of like invoking, kind of like in a way, like I don't know, could be like the flames of the original sin, kind of like Eve eating the apple kind of thing, but like, and it could just be a religious phrase that she uses, or is she hinting at their actually being like a like flames of the original sin kind of thing, and that actually being a physical thing in the world? I don't know, but I'm definitely curious of her backstory. They tease it a lot in the outro, so I knew that there was a lot more there, and it seems like they tease us a little bit more here, so I wonder if we're going to be getting into Iris's backstory a little bit here soon. But yeah. Very, very interesting. So this girl refers to herself as a princess, the captain of Division 5. I should probably write that down. Captain of Division 5. Okay. Princess Hibana. Very interesting. She seems to be a third generation, even though she seems a little older. Not quite sure how. I mean, I'm sure it makes sense in the world. It's just me being weird. Maybe it's even within the same generation. To be completely honest, I don't even really know. As I said during the outro, I'm not even entirely sure what like the age range is of a generation and what determines like when a new generation starts. Like obviously I understand the concept of a generation, but I've never really like dug deep into knowing like, oh yes, as of 2015 is like from then on is when this generation is born, kind of thing. But I guess it is a fairly large range if I'm thinking generation as being like when they talk about like millennials, like I'm pretty sure I'm considered a millennial. But I think I can't remember the exact date range of millennial, but it was like it's like a 10-year range or something. I guess I could just look up what like the generation gaps kind of thing. Just for the hell of it. I like to know things sometimes. What if I just type in generation gap? Apparently there's a TV show. What the hell? Okay, well that's definitely not the right phrase. Apparently Wikipedia is saying a generation gap is like the knowledge and beliefs that the generations. So like what? I don't even know how to search this then. What would I type in? I don't know why I'm brain farting this right now. Generation age range, maybe? So millennials are apparently 1981 to 1996, so over 10 years. 1965 to 1980. Wait. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, so Gen X is 1965 to 1980, so 15 years for that one. I guess 1981 to 1996 is 15 years as well. So roughly a 15-year age gap. So, yeah, that makes sense then. So, technically she could have been she could have been on the earlier side of the generation and Shinra's on the later side of the third generation. It's just really interesting having her be as, at least seemingly, she looks like she could be in her at least 20s, right? Whereas Shinra looks like he's probably like 15 or 16 maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me he was younger than that, but anyway. Yeah, that's just me being malinformed about generations, so it's probably fine. But yeah, I always feel like generations pass quicker. Like, I don't feel like I'm tied in with people from like 1981, but I was born on like the tail end of like the millennials, I guess. But yeah, I guess I always just felt like generations happened quicker than they do. But I'm just getting old and time is passing too quick for me. It's ridiculous, but yeah, we have a couple third generations on the Division 5. She seemed like, I don't know what her ability is, but it almost seemed like she was like raising his body temperature somehow, because he was like steaming from a lot of like all over his body, and it almost like made him pass out. So like, does she just rapidly invoke heat exhaustion into people? Obviously, I imagine she has other powers too, because she's a third generation, so I imagine she's pretty damn strong. So, I love how Maki just like came in between the two and just like punched him real quick, and it happens so fast that I don't even think Shinra or Arthur realized what hit that guy before Maki was already just turned around walking away. And I was worried when she went up and walked next to Takehisa that he was going to be pissed. Like, no, we don't do that. But no, he's just like, thumbs up. That was great. I love it. But yeah. Very interesting stuff. And Obi decided to let them take it. He probably doesn't like want to go up against a bigger division because he's so new and everything. It's probably one of those things where he picks his battles, and he deemed that this one wasn't one because Obi's smart. He knows that these divisions keep secrets. I do not believe that Hibana is going to share the intel with them. And I firmly believe that Obi knows that. I don't think Obi is gullible enough to be like, oh yeah, I let them have it because they'll give us that info, right? You know, like, but I have a feeling that Obi just has to pick his battles, right? As a small division and one that wants to investigate the other divisions, he probably has to tread very lightly. And this is one of those things where he's not as interested in this as he wants, whereas there might be something else in the future where he like is firmly resolved that we need to be the ones to take care of this, and that's where he will really push his weight, kind of thing, and push the limits of what he's able to call upon, kind of. But yeah, interesting stuff. I'm looking forward to learning more about a lot of the different story threads that we have going on. So, but I think that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see 2 episodes ahead on there through my early access tier for this show, as well as my Patreon exclusive tier where you can see shows I'm watching like Mob Psycho Season 2 I'm in the middle of. Tribe 9 is on there. If you're interested in the live action show, Squid Game and Lucifer is on there. That hasn't been released to YouTube yet, so you can check all that out Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.